So, speaking of going home, it is the Warriors versus the Sharks. I think this is the last week that the Warriors have 3 or 4 of their players before that they opt to leave the country, unless the NRL makes a decision and the Australian government say, you know, we can sort something out over that sort of travel, but it's looking unlikely. So the Warriors realistically going for one last hurrah against the Sharks because, I mean, it's going to be downhill from there. You've gone the Warriors, I've gone the Sharks.
And I'm going the Warriors based on what you said. They're looking for one last hurrah for Fusatula, Mamalo, and Parsi. King Vuni, Wawa. I think that's how you say it. I hope I didn't butcher it. I'm sorry if I did. Not named in the 21. He's going to go home as well. Look, you really can't blame them. The NRL and the Australian government both said, look, if you come over, we'll do our best, and they clearly haven't done so. So I have no issue with them going home while it does suck. But yeah, I think they try and will get up here purely on the fact that they want to send their boys home a winner. It wouldn't surprise me if all 3 got over for a try. Mamalo's been in a rich vein of form, especially with coming back from kick returns. Tuivasa-Sheck had his best game of the season. Captain my captain for Supercoach. Had a superb try coming out off a scrum. He's trying to ink his way back into some form, and this team who get back Cody Nikorima returns in place of Harris DeVita and Eli Katoa, who comes back from a 3 or 4 week ankle injury. They're pretty well back to their top 17, at least for this week. And I think they do take it to the Sharks. I think they have the better forward pack. The Warriors, arguably, they have the better side bar centers and halves. Dugan as a fullback is great, but Tuivasa-Sheck every day of the week. Mamalo and Fusatula. Katoa probably has the force, but Mamalo's just going to go all over Mulatalo. The forwards are too good, and I think Adam Blair will come out firing after being asked to retire or leave. We saw when the Warriors did that for Blake Green. He arguably had his best game of the year. I see Blair doing the same. Look, I'm going Warriors head to head. I just think the Warriors are going to kill it. They're turning that little Central Coast Stadium hub into a little bit of a fortress. And whilst the Sharks are going to come out firing with Sean Johnson getting back into some form, I just think the Warriors are going to get up for their boys.
Yeah, so I look at the Warriors, I put the Sharks side by side, and for me, I think the Sharks edge this one. I'm going for them on the head-to-head because, I mean, this one is probably the most 50-50 game of the round for me, with the exception of maybe the Knights versus Souths. This one is the one that's going to ruin multis. Essentially, it's going to go one or two ways, and it's going to be close. I am wary of the fact that the Warriors are looking for that. It's all downhill from here. Let's get a good win, kind of mentality. Nikorima coming back is only going to make them a better side as well. But I'm going to have to go Sharks. I mean, they were disappointing last week. They were really disappointing last week. But even so, managed to score 24 points against a Penrith side that's arguably one of the better defensive teams in the league. So while I think the Warriors are a good attacking side, I just don't think that they have that kind of points in them for this one. I can see the Sharks racking up a few points. I think it's going to be high scoring. So again, I'd say over 36.5 on that one. Or go Sharks head to head for me, because I just have a sneaking suspicion that the Sharks are wanting to atone for last week. I mean, the Warriors, even so, they had a disappointing week coming up against the Titans, and they'll feel hard done by, especially with Graham Annesley coming out and saying that the Hetherington try was a 50-50 that probably a lot of referees would give. But yeah, I'm going Sharks head to head on that one. I can't really explain the logic. because I think that this one is literally just a hit and hope this week.
Yeah, don't start about referees. You saw how Dana. If you go back to our round review with Dana and I, you'll see the rant and the discussion that we have. So let's not start on that regard.